You are now rocking with the best, back again with another 9.9 episode. Welcome to Heroes After Dark, where we discuss life, love, and the pursuit of comic greatness. We've got something different today. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 2 of the Heroes After Dark cover battle. This is a battle royale like no other. So, before we begin, you have to hit those comments. Better yet, smash those comments. Don't let those gamma rays hit you. I need you in those comments to help us select who is going to have comic cover supremacy. So thank you again for joining us. First up, we've got Supernova versus 4M Comics. Let's go, boys. Okay. First up in tonight's cover battle, the villain cover. So what do we have? Black Supernova versus 4M. Let's talk about the villains. Let's bring it.
All right. We about to do it. We got villain cover right here. I got right here the Deathstroke Volume 4, number 38 variant. Artist is Francisco Matina. Let me get that up for you guys. And as you can see, this is a 2-for-1. So not only do we have Deathstroke, but we have Two-Face as well. And as you can see here, very good artwork. And you know here at Heroes After Dark, we like our weapons. So if you see right there, we got the Roscoe right there. And it looks like Deathstroke has 2 Glocks as well. If you see that detail on Two-Face, very mean detail, very mean. He's slobbering, ferocious. You know what I mean? So listen, I'm not playing no games. I came with the heat first round. We did a 2-for-1, Deathstroke and Two-Face.
It's a lot of aggressiveness there.
Yeah, and then came with a twofer. All right, Mike, what you got, buddy?
Well, that was all good and everything, but let's just go right into just pure beauty right there, guys. You want to talk about a killer? All right, you got some fighters on your squad, brother, but you know what? This art just kills. What does that tell you? Carnage comes after you. Your guys don't stand a chance. You want to talk about weapons? I got all the weapons you need. I got projectiles. I got sharp edges. I got it coming at you. But look at that beauty. Look at that. Look at the colors on this. Look how it stands out. Look how it pops. You know, I'm not gonna say anything else. You already know who won this one, guys. All for pure beauty, guys. Pure beauty, pure killer, right there.
Oh, it's getting spicy. It's getting crucial here.
All right, real quick, let me go ahead and show. Let me show these covers for everybody. Take a glimpse at them. All right, marinate on all this. So, all right. Well, with that being said, real deal. What say you, man?
Great covers. Both of you guys did a good job of picking those covers, but I'm going to have to lean towards that Matina cover, the 2 villains on the cover. I love Matina's work, and so Black Nova, I'm going with you on this one.
Oh, boy. All right. That's one for you. All right. Daddy's Issues. What you got, brother?
All right, well, I'm going to have to go with 4M Comics on that one. I'm a Spider-Man guy. That's a Spider-Man villain. Sorry, Supernova, but I'm going to have to go with 4M on this one.
I knew he'd get you.
All right. All in all, what do you say, man?
Tough battle. So I'm actually going to have to lean towards Black Supernova. Ooh. I like the color pattern. I like the artwork, and it's just the color pattern and the artwork popped to me. That's how I felt on that one. So I'm gonna have to go with Black Supernova on that one.
Man, all right. Well, it's on me then. All right. So strictly on cover art alone, I might have to go with that Carnage, and here's why. The Matina just looks a little too familiar to me. I've seen it before. It looks too Matina-ish, right? But the other one to me just pops. It looks a little bit more unique. It kind of stands out on its own. Colors pop because of the white background. So I'm going to have to give it over to 4M for that one. So we have a tie. So host, What do you say, brother? Want me to pop
Ooh.
those screens?
Yeah. Let's run it back.
We ain't playing this week.
We're coming hard. Look at
Yeah. The boys are
Beautiful
coming in
covers.
hot. Yeah, they are beautiful covers. Wow, and it's DC versus Marvel. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, there you go.
And
Yeah.
he got some on them too.
Mhm. All right. What do you think, man?
Man, now I love Matina. I'm an ASM guy, so this is a difficult one to sort out. But I'm gonna have to go with the Black Supernova on this one.
Oh, all right.
The
All
2/4. If it's about the villain, to combine two villains on a Matina cover, that's some greatness right there.
All right.
However, the use of colors on the Carnage cover, top notch. That's a chef's kiss. But I'm gonna have to lean with Black Supernova.
Right on.
Nice.
Okay.
Good one. Good
So
one.
round one is done. Now, I have the advantage of seeing all these covers beforehand. The next one is going to be tough. So, Wooly, what we got next?
Up next is the team cover. For every superhero, there's a collective, a grouping, a team. And just like Heroes After Dark, we've got the team cover. So let's put it on Smash, boys. What do we got?
Ooh.
Two completely different styles right here. Yeah. Good luck with this one, guys.
Mm.
Mm.
Nice.
I almost used that cover.
Nice.
All right, so listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not want to go traditional here for teams. We did Marvel last week, and things of that nature. I want to give a shout out to the indie book Antagonist. If you have not read it, you should. Now, this team is unique because not only are they a team, they're a family, and they're an all-black family. And their nemesis is a superhero team called the Americans. As you can see in the background, we have the nice family portrait with Malcolm X here in the background. And as you know, to some, Malcolm X controversially was one of America's enemies. So it all ties into the story with the antagonist. Again, this is a villain team. This is not a hero team. This is a villain team. The evals, if you can see there, it's a play on the word evil. And this is one of the original copies from his Kickstarter. This is not, he just recently got picked up, and he is in local comic book stores. But this right here, the antagonist, I did not want to go traditional. I thought this was a great family portrait cover of a evil team, evil family, and the Malcolm X in the background. So, antagonist.
Ooh.
Bars.
All right.
That's tough.
Bars.
Yeah. I would say you dropped it. You dropped the hammer on that one. But I'm gonna have to try to pick it up here, and I'm gonna throw it back at you with this. Now, this cover right here, you want to talk about art, you want to talk about styling, you want to come at with it. It's not a traditional superhero team as it goes, you know. Look how they take the styling of the characters and incorporated it into a style that you could potentially see yourself in, right? If you look at this, you can walk down the street with it. I would actually rock this. That Miles wear in the back, come on, I'll take that home in a heartbeat. You know, walking with Silk, Black Cat, and even Gwen. Look, and even the details in the back of the covers back there too. So you can see all the portraits and everything happening in the background. Just takes it home. Now, I didn't want to go traditional like team, just the Spidey family. So you want to talk about families, this is the Spidey family right here, but it's just taking it to a whole nother level. Now, this is the Silk 3, number 5 is what it is. And now the artist is Carl, I think it's Carl, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, NGU. Is how you spell his last name. He just did it. He just did fabulous on this cover. This cover right here is just taking it home. And I didn't want to go traditional. It is Marvel, but it is a whole different style than we're used to.
All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at those.
You
covers
sold
one
me
at a
on
time.
that book.
Some style bending happening tonight.
So listen, before y'all get to voting, Mike showed me that cover when he got it months back, and I was like, yo, I'm going to get that cover right away. So I almost used that cover because I would have bought one too.
All right. Real deal. What do you say, man?
Tough decision, but I'm gonna have to go with 4M on this one. That cover is stunning. I love how everyone's kind of set up there, and Miles in the background, silk cover. I love silk, so on this one, I'm gonna have to go with 4M on this one.
All right. Daddy's issues, man. What do you say?
So I think I'm gonna have to go with the Spider Crew in the back of an Applebee's as well. I think I like the use of perspective. I like that. I used to work at an Applebee's, and they got that back corner where all the photos are on the wall, right by the bathrooms. I think it's perfect.
Shout out to Applebee's.
All in all, what do you say, man?
But this one's really tough for me. It's like really tough for me because you know my
where you're
niche.
going.
Y'all know where I go.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you on this one, because it is a beautiful cover and I can't deny that, I got to go with 4M on this one.
Ooh, wow.
4M gonna get this one. Miles is my boy. Gwen's my boy. Silk, you know, they got the crew, bruh. It's just, and that's a beautiful artwork cover. So I got to go with 4M on this one.
Well, my vote's not needed, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. my vote was actually gonna be for Black Supernova. There's something to be said about that cover, man. Now, I would say if I was at a store, I probably would purchase the Spidey Crew. But there's something about the other cover that's kind of strong and would make me take a pause and want to open the book and see what's inside the book itself. Whereas the other book is just pretty cover art. So, thanks for bringing that book as well, man. It's I've never seen that before. It looks very interesting. So that would have been my vote.
Amazing story.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're the villains.
They're the villains. Yep, they're villains. Let me shout out the artist because I did forget. It's Gassimo Gilda. That's Guida. You can look him up on Key Collector. He has a couple of covers, not many on there, but I want to definitely shout out that artist. And again, shout out to Godhood and the Antagonists.
All right. So we have what? We have a 1v1 at this point?
Yeah, 1v1. Yeah.
All right. All right,
bringing it, man.
All right. So next one is the Wooly.
The homage cover. Where would Comicdom be without the homage? So many great ones from the big names to the not so big names. I mean, you've seen it, cover pickups, cover ripoffs, all of it. But before we get into that, if you're a subscriber, make sure you get in the comments. That last battle, I don't know. I know everybody went Marvel, but there's something to be said. So if you've seen that series before at the LCS, seen something like that, get in the comments. Let us know. What you think, and put in some names of some other artists that you think that are on the rise that we should be on the lookout for. But back to the homage.
All right, here we go. By the way, this is going to be tougher than the previous one. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Wow. That's tough, man.
This is a hot battle tonight.
That's tough, man. That's tough. I'm gonna kick it off, man. So listen, I brought it. I didn't want to be traditional. Like I said, I had to go with Wesley Snipes' original comic, The Exile. The homage cover is from the 1991 classic film New Jack City, where Wesley Snipes played Nino Brown. Not only did the movie encapsulate the Black American experience in regards to the crack epidemic, it had a slamming soundtrack, an amazing film artistry, and all of that. And this cover right here, it did it. And again, like I stated, here at Heroes After Dark, we like our weapons, and he got that thing on him again. So we have the Exile issue number 1. Artist is Tony Kent. Shout out to Tony Kent. The Exile number 1, Wesley Snipes, Tony Kent, Whatnot exclusive.
Man.
4M.
All right.
Man. Well, that was a lot. Like, I felt that one, Brad. That's my boy. And I'm like, geez, I support you on that. Like, seriously, that's love right there. Like, man. But, oh, man, that was tough. But I still love my ladies. I'm still coming in with the ladies. but also coming in with a fire cover for a movie that took everybody by surprise. It took everybody by storm. This is that 300. That 300, the movie based off of Frank Miller's 300. So it just goes back, just the movie cover now representing the book as well by the legendary Frank Miller. Now look at everything in here, just taking a female character, a strong female character. Tonight we dine in Themyscira. Look at it. He just takes it home. You know, all I see when I see this cover is somebody getting kicked dead in the chest. I'm just waiting for it. Just waiting for it. Brad, I never kick you, brother. You're my brother. But I'm just letting you know, this cover right here, look at her feelings in her face and everything. You love your weapons? Guess what? We stand up to all comers. We stand up to all weapons. This is how we roll right here. We dine. We dine on covers in this.
You was doing some name dropping with that Frank Miller too, man. Only one name drop, man.
All right. Check this out. There it is, guys. Enjoy it. Look at all that
I love
beauty.
them both, man.
Yeah. All right. So, real deal. What do you say, brother? Not an easy one.
Man, this is tough. This is real tough. New Jack City was a great film, but I'm gonna have to go with 4M on 300. Frank Miller, one of my favorite movies, 300. So I'm gonna have to lean towards 4M on this one.
There you go. All right. Daddy's Issues. What do you say, man?
So I think that the artwork quality is a little bit better on the Wonder Woman, but I like the New Jack City cover better as an option. So I'm gonna have to go with Supernova on this one.
Ooh. All right. All in all, what do you say, man?
Whew. All right. So I ain't gonna lie. I'm going with Black Supernova. Nah, he sold me. I felt everything he said. I couldn't even. He sold me on it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the Wonder Woman cover is amazing. I love 300. There's no taking that. But I grew up watching New Jack City, man, and the way he sold that I felt that all inside. So I got to go with Black Supernova on that one.
All right. All right, it's on me. So I'll say this, man. You guys picked some really great covers because as soon as we saw them on the screen, we all knew what we're looking at. New Jack City, 300. Very obvious. So good choices on that. I grew up watching New Jack City as well. Love it. And while I enjoyed 300, it wasn't my favorite movie or anything like that. But I will say this. Her aggressiveness on that cover is undeniable, man. I actually would like to see what's in that comic versus the other one. So I'm actually going to go with 4M on this one. Beautiful cover, man. Good choice.
My clefs don't hate. Good job. Good cover.
This was a battle.
Hey, listen, we swinging tonight.
Yeah.
We swinging tonight.
Man, this is heavyweight right here. There's nothing but blows upon blows. Pause. On covers.
Yeah. So what do you say, man? What do you say? Back on the tie.
I think I'm gonna espouse what everybody's saying. New Jack City, I mean, Ice-T, Wesley Snipes, Chris Rock, some of the greats that we've seen in cinema and music. Frank Miller, 300. Powerful story. You know, I love mythology, so that the ethos of that is what got me into comic books. As far as an homage, as soon as those covers came up, I went straight to New Jack City. With the blicky at the background. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
You started hearing that Ice-T soundtrack playing in the background.
Oh yeah, I heard TikTok and I was like, it was a wrap. And we're not talking about the social media app. I watched the movie. Greatness. But
that was a good one.
But these covers are incredible. I mean, you guys are just going at it head to head on these. Yeah, man. This is a battle royale.
Yeah.
You told me I want to watch the movie again.
So I got to tell you, man, every round actually gets tougher. The next one is not going to be that easy either. So, Wooly, what do we got?
We've got the couple. We've got love in the air. The couples, romance, first base, which is the Kiss cover. Y'all got to bring the romance.
Ooh.
Oh.
Good choices. All right.
All right. So, I went with Avengers Assemble #5. Now this is the A cover. Mark Bagley, as you guys can see here. I think here, color-wise, this is amazing color. It's showing off explosiveness with the kind of orange background. Not only that, you see a lot of passion within this cover. I'm going to tell you something about Kiss covers. They are very, very difficult to find a good one and to find one where people are actually locking lips. There's a lot of look like they kiss, they're headed towards a kiss. So good luck to the future competitors with that. But Hawkeye, Black Widow, as you know, are two intense characters in the Marvel ethos. And they're getting it on right here. You see the thigh is thighin' right here, right? Like,
Can you repeat that again for us?
the thigh is thighin' right here. Look, she got the thigh on there. And if I can be a little PG-13 for a minute, we know what that means when that thigh go across that lap. Like, so you see, this is intense. This is more than a kiss. This is more than a kiss. So I went Avengers, Mark Bagley, Avengers Assemble #5.
Oh boy.
What you got for him?
Well, you know, your cover looks great and all, and I love it. But I went straight sensual. I went for the emotion, the feel. You know, your characters look like they're fighting each other in a different way. Where it's like he doesn't really want it. But this cover right here, look at that. Look at when you look at this cover, you feel it. Like honestly, no one can deny when they look at this cover, you can feel the emotion and the feelings between Colossus and Kitty. Look at that. Look. Could have arm wrapped around the waist. Now you want to talk about what's about to go down. You know, look where her hand's at. Look at him. And at the same time, let's talk about the background. Let's just talk. Colossus, you know, he got me thinking question mark, looking at the muscles coming off this guy. And at the end of the day, you looking at her, man, look, I'm just gonna give him a thumbs up and a high five. Looking at this cover. You know what I'm saying?
And a high five.
It's Astonishing X-Men. The cover is by John Cassidy. It's that cover, and it's one of those covers. It's also a first appearance, if you don't know. So it is a key that's out there if anybody's looking. But this is it right here, guys. This is it. All right, that's all I gotta say because I'm gonna let your emotions run wild with this one.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Take a look at those covers, guys.
That's how I hold my girl in the club. Right there. That right there.
Which one of the two?
That's how I hold my girl in the club. You ain't going nowhere.
Man. All right, real deal. What do you say, man?
Man, this is another good one. I'm a huge X-Men fan. Great covers, but I'm going to have to lean towards 4M on this one just because I'm an X-Men fan. But Black Supernova, they're kissing, they're making out, they're getting after it. So, but I'm going to have to go with 4M on this one.
All right. Daddy's issues.
So I don't know if any of you guys actually read the storyline, so I'm going to give a little background to that Astonishing X-Men, but that basically is the continuation of the legacy virus where Colossus dies and he gets resurrected, and then Kitty Pryde and him meet up, and then Kitty Pryde actually has to go on a mission and goes into a rocket where she has to phase into the rocket. So even though it shows them together on the cover, they never actually make it to get together because he gets resurrected and she has to go. And so that's the emotion I think that he was talking about is captured on the cover. And that's why it makes it such a good story. If you can remember a comic book you read about 10 years ago, that's how good that actual book is. So I'm gonna have to go with 4M on this one.
All right. All in all, what do you say, man?
I felt them both. Not gonna lie, I felt them both. But I'm actually leaning towards Black Supernova on this one. Only because I see the aggressiveness that Black Widow's putting in. She grabbed his chin. And if you see how tight he gripped her arm, because she putting a lock on him. So that's just, it's showing lust, love, and all in between. Like, he got a grip her because she got him so tight. So I'm leaning towards Black Supernova on that one. As soon as it popped up, I felt that. Like I felt all that in other places, but I felt it.
Was it the yams?
And you know I'm a yams guy. You know the thigh and the yams. I'm a
Listen, man.
yams
You
guy.
saw the leg quarter and didn't know.
I did.
Nobody
it
mentioned
got
that.
me.
So
Yams
listen,
out
you
there.
know, I respect the yams. I completely agree with the way that Supernova described the cover. Yeah, they're about to get it in and all that. But I will say the other one does actually have passion on it, and I tend to lean more towards that. The other one seems more like a, hey, this is happening now. The other one seems like a, this is a permanent thing. So I'm actually going to give it to Foreign Comics on this one. Yeah, a little bit more faithful perhaps, but there's a lot of passion there. So all right, so then how many rounds do we have here then? We came to the fourth round, so how many wins do we have? 2 and 2, no?
Yeah.
All right, well then you guys get your oh boy, this is the tough one. This
is important.
Listen, man, get your sales pitch going, because this one here is going to be tough. Willie, what do we got next?
Up next is the bonus round. And this round is the use of color. This is the hardest round to judge because it's not just if something is monochromatic, if it's just one color, but just the usage of colors in any sort of way. So it's really all about the art. If you're an art fan, if you're about the cover fire, we need you in the comments. We need you to give some remarks on what you think about this. So what do we have, gentlemen?
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Fully loaded.
Yep. Bold choices.
Wow.
All right. Let's get it in.
Now, I had to save this in case of an emergency. This was the break the glass in case of an emergency. And I know that a lot of our panel, as they expressed earlier, and I'm glad you did, are Spidey fans. Okay? So not only do we have Spider-Gwen here, we have Miles here, Peter there, and we also have Venom. All 4 of these colors are contrasting colors. So first off, I want to give a salute to Ken Lashley here, because this is a Ken Lashley piece. This is Edge of the Spider-Verse number 5. This was a variant cover, Virgin, of course. But I think this is a phenomenal cover, contrasting colors, and it has everyone drawn so well. And not only is it a color cover, but it is a homage to one of the biggest modern kingpins with Ultimate Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go right there.
4M? What do you say to that? Uh-oh.
These guys, so look at them.
Well, guys, so obviously it's a cover battle, and the last round was colors. All right. So when we talk about colors and just how to use color as an artist, you think about, can you take a primary color and make it pop? So this is what we did. We took the color red, and I'll be honest, I didn't pass coloring in school, in elementary school. So red is red. But when you start talking about, magenta and, all the other colors that go in red, when I look at this cover, all I see is beauty. That's what I see. And even in the crown, I don't know if you guys can see in the crown how it sparkles. So he not only took the color red and just transformed it, but you got the hair, you got the background, and this is even in her outfit, how sexy it looks. It looks like latex. I don't even know how he did that, but this is a David Nakayama special. This is
DNA.
Scarlet Witch annual. This is a Scarlet Witch annual number 1 that came out that he did. But it's just beauty. You take red, and it's one of those. It's not a negative space, so definitely don't even think that it's negative space. This is a color bleed, taking the main color and transforming it to the background as well to make it pop even more. So that color red, we took a cover battle, and it was a color competition, and we killed it.
You must have called David on that one to get the process of how he did that. Okay, I feel you, man. feel you, man. I feel you.
Take a look at these two beautiful covers, guys, before we get to the voting. All right. Oof.
Man, this is
Real
this
deal.
is
What do you
tough.
say?
Yeah, this is
Sir.
tough. Man, I'm gonna have to go with 4M on this one. I just like it simple. The colors, again, all red. Beautiful cover. So I'm gonna have to go with 4M.
All right. That is issues.
All right, so even though I like my Spider-Man people, this was not a composition contest. This was a color contest. And I think when you look at the Scarlet Witch with a combination of the warm reds and the cool reds, that's a lot trickier to pull off, I think, than the other cover. So I'm gonna have to go with 4M on this one.
All in all, what do you say, bro?
I'm leaning towards 4M too. Not even gonna lie to you. The way he did them reds, bruh, and she's looking sexy just sitting in that chair. So he popped them reds. He did red on red on red, and the way he did the different styles of it, I got that one. So it's 4M on that one.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with the guys, man. It was a color battle, and the use of red throughout the entire cover on her hair, the outfit, the different shades of it, the intensity on different parts. It astounding. Yeah, great choice, man. 4M, absolutely on that one.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, 4M,
Thank you,
for
guys.
the battle.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank you,
accept my
Supernova.
defeat humbly.
But hold on. So let's take a look back. Let's take a look back at. Let's take a look back at the covers for tonight with the villains, right? Great choices.
Both
The
of
teams,
Wow.
Yeah.
I love
very
that.
unique, very different from each other, but still both stunning covers.
them.
The homage cover, man, this is
That
probably
New
one of the
Jack's
toughest
great.
ones.
Yeah.
There's incredible choices. Not an easy choice here either. And we had the tiebreaker. So there you go. So appreciate it. So we have a round winner. We have a winner, which is 4M Comics. He gets to move up the ranks.
Yes,
And
sir.
what do you get for winning? Bragging rights. Absolutely.
I'll take it. That was fire. That was fire.
Wipe the floor
was
with me.
amazing.
Listen,
That was a tough one. What are you talking
Yeah,
about? Wipe the
that's
floor,
tough.
man. You had my heart beating. You were
Listen.
swinging.
yo, you brought it, man. And it's so crazy how aligned we are, because for the villain, I considered an Absolute Carnage cover. Then, of course, for the team, I considered that cover as well. So, man, you did your thing, man. You did your thing on that one, man. You did your
That's why
thing.
we
on that.
boys. That's why we all boys.
You did your thing,
That's why we
man. I
do what we
can't
do.
even. Y'all get in the comments though and tell me how I should have won and how. Get in those comments.
There you go.
Run it up so we can get a reverse on the decision, so y'all can see me right here next week on another battle. Nah, I'm just playing, though. But salute to Forum, man. That was fun as heck, man. That was fun as hell, man.
Yeah.
That was nerve-wracking.
Great
Good
battle.
battle. Good battle.
Great battle.
All right, Nil, take us out, my brother.
All right. Well, the fight for comic cover supremacy was hard fought. Each one of the contestants in the battle spent time, thought, and energy in handpicking some heat, and we saw some of the hottest covers that have been published in comic books. But it ain't over. Tune again for the next round. In the meantime, hit the like button. Better yet, crush that like button and subscribe and let us know who you think won. Until then, buy what you love and keep chasing those grails. We are out.